What up, guys? Welcome back to the No Name Podcast right here. Still don't got a name, but guys, trust me, we're working on it. We're working on it. By episode number 10, we'll definitely have it. But on this podcast, it's a business-focused podcast where we highlight other people's businesses, share stories to really inspire you guys and give you guys the right guidelines to crush it in business. It's your number one co-host, PJ Padua, and we got our other co-host here,
Brian Tran. Let's rock and roll.
Let's do it, guys. And don't forget to share this if you've seen any of the episodes and you feel like your friend could value from this. Give it a share because that's how we're going to grow. And our ultimate goal is to help as many people as we can. So let's get right into it. How you doing, Brian?
Not too bad. Got a sore throat. Just been talking a lot. Been going to multiple events. That's been new. So
Sir, you just went to the Ryan Serhan event, right?
That's right. Arjun and Ryan Serhan had an event here in San Francisco. And, we just got done filming like a full day of podcast. Went out to that event and it's a lot of yelling. Like, cause you had to talk loud. Oh man, my voice just went out.
My guy's been working. Been working overtime. So cool. So hey, let's change the vibe up. And I wanted to ask you, how? Because it's obvious, man. How did it feel when you reached your first $1 million?
I didn't get to $1 million by selling like a company or selling like a one big ticket item where it's like, boom, $1 million hits your account. I've made $1 million year over year, but I've always invested it back. So along the way, I get 100, 200,000 in this month, 100, 200,000 in this month. I'll go buy property or I'll go buy another flip or I'll go buy something or I'll invest it some way, somehow. So till this day, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have $1 million liquid. I'm broke.
Yeah.
Like most real estate investors, we're always cash poor, but we're cash flow rich. So every month it just replenishes. So that's good, but I don't have $1 million in my account. So I can't really speak on that. What I can speak on is that now at 30, now value is kind of arbitrary because today the market's kind of going down and a lot of my wealth is in real estate. So they're not worth what they were worth maybe 6 months ago. But I have a few million, constantly out there working and creating a cash flow, creating money every month. And so I have to say it feels great because I don't have to work and I can survive comfortably. But now it's about what more can I squeeze out of life?
Yeah.
So I don't like to attach that feeling. Like normally the way I kind of work is I celebrate every win, but I move on quick.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next? Like, great. Celebrate the wins. You have to celebrate the wins because you should be proud of what you have accomplished. But if you stick there, that's when you decline. Because if you're not moving forward, most people think that you're coasting. No, you're not coasting. You're actually moving back because life and business and technology and everything just keeps pushing forward. So you have to always move forward in life.
Yeah.
If you're staying still, you're kind of dead.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the feeling, man.
Okay, nice. I mean, not really the answer that I expected, but hey, it's your answer and I respect it. But maybe if there wasn't like a time, maybe like monetarily wise, there, it wasn't like, oh man, but was there like a moment where you're like, yo, like this is kind of crazy. Like this feels good. Like I'm doing it.
Because of, I think most high achievers, most driven, I'm a driver. If you look at my disc test, I'm a driver, high D, meaning like I'm quick, I'm ready for the next, let's go.
Yeah.
I think because of that personality type, I didn't really
stop to smell the roses.
Yeah, exactly. Not too much, now looking back and looking at the, I have milestone years. I can say that July 2017, I told my partner Alex at 50 Hills, I was like, dude, that was a turning point in our career.
Yeah.
Like that was when everything clicked. That was when we started making like the most money I've ever made. And I think because I didn't stop and say, oh wow, I made 3, 4, 500,000, like it forced me to take that money and try to invest it rather than reward myself and go buy.
Yeah.
I bought some dumb stuff too, but like I could have bought dumber stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's kind of what it is. So
Ferrari wasn't really dumb. The Ferrari was sick.
oh yeah, it was sick. I bought that baby cash.
All right. How did it feel buying the Ferrari then?
That was actually cool. Like
Is that your first supercar? Or?
that was my first supercar, but it had the same value or like feeling as when I bought my first new car, or like when you bought your first car.
Sick. That's kind of
Right?
cool.
And so you always chase those kind of feelings. So yeah, I guess you could say it does feel pretty good. Like when my first car that I bought was that I bought myself was actually a Del Sol.
Mm-hmm.
It felt great, $800.
Nice.
Like yeah, you felt good,
Yeah.
right? Same feeling. You drove it, you thought it was a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Then I bought a 2008 BMW 5 Series
Uh-huh.
used. Same feeling, felt great. I felt like I was on top of the world.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, as we progress in life, the toys have gotten way more expensive, but it's the same feeling.
Uh-huh.
And so, yeah, it feels good, man. It feels good to know that you worked hard and you reward yourself. And so going back to like the $1 million, it wasn't so much the $1 million that was exciting, but obviously to make $1 million, to earn $1 million year over year, you have to have some kind of system or business in place.
Yeah.
And so it does feel good to know that you've built something that can continue to make that every year. So yeah, you feel proud.
I like it.
And this isn't a money thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you threw out the $1 million, but it's like it could be 100.
Mm-hmm.
My friend posted that he's now making 200 and he's super stoked.
Yeah.
I'm happy for him because I know what that's like to just make that growth.
Yeah. It's like stepping stones, right?
That's right.
And that's what's more fun about it, right? Because it's like, just like as you're describing, I'm picking up that you're like, first car, you're like, oh, like nice. And it's like small level up. Go to the Beamer.
It's the same feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was just as excited buying that Honda Del Sol as I was buying the Ferrari or the Bentley or the G-Wagon.
Yeah.
It's like, so if you want to know like what it feels like, that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
So if that's what you strive for, go get it, guys.
Yeah. I would say that like, you're growing, right? You're leveling up, but I'm pretty sure you wouldn't get that same feeling if you bought another Del Sol. No?
Yeah. The playing field has changed.
I think that like what I'm trying to get at is like, if you make it to your destination, your next destination, if you want to get that same feeling, it better be greater.
It's got to be greater.
It's got to be bigger.
Yeah, 100%.
I like that. So,
and I don't want to. I think some people may listen to this, but I think the audience out there are probably on the same boat as us.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with wanting nice stuff.
Big facts. I want nice stuff.
Just don't do wrong to get there.
Mm-hmm.
And don't, like, the fake it till you make it works. But especially in this recession, you shouldn't fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
Because they could set you back. But when you can really afford it, and everybody has different rules, like you have to be able to buy cash twice or whatever. Some people say if you can afford the payments, not a big deal. I don't have a say. Some people lease, some people buy, some people cash out. I personally cashed out, but whatever. If you can afford it, buy it.
I like it. Would you say money is a great thing?
Absolutely.
Why do you say that, Brian?
Absolutely. I live in San Francisco, California. This is one of the most expensive cities in the world. Okay. You can say money doesn't matter if you live on a farm. But if you live here, money absolutely matters. $20 lunches, you can pack your own. You got $3,000 a month rent, $2,000, whatever it is. The highest rent. Our gas is the most expensive. If you have kids, the daycare is the most expensive. I mean, everything about this city is expensive, and I get it. You don't have to live here. But I'm forced here because my family's here. All my family's here. and I don't want to leave it. And I've built all these businesses here, so there's no leaving it now. It takes money to live a good life. Right? Like,
Yeah.
and this is speaking to the people who live in big cities. This is speaking to the people who have bills, kids. I don't have to worry about my kids going hungry. I don't have to worry about my mom or my in-laws. Like, they're covered.
Mm-hmm.
That is what money buys you. Money buys you security.
Yeah.
And I get it. You don't need to drive a Bentley, right? You don't need to drive nice stuff. You don't need to go eat like $100 steaks like me. I like to eat good food. But everything else that I mentioned, your kids, daycare, preschool, soccer, karate, that stuff all costs money. And I didn't grow up with it. That's fine. I came out great. But it feels good to be able to say, yes, you can do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, just being able to create the opportunities, right? Not so much for yourself, but for others. Yep. To be able to create that opportunity. Awesome. Well, this podcast has kind of been, I hope you guys liked it and we get to hear a little bit more of Brian's story, but you want to wrap it up, Brian? What do you want to say? How are you feeling about the conversation we had? What do you want to share with the guests?
We threw out the $1 million, but honestly, set your goals. Make 50, 60, 70, 80. The purpose of this podcast or this episode, I feel like where we kind of took it under direction is just keep chasing growth.
Yeah.
And keep wanting more out of life because you deserve it. And just because your friends are making less than you or the same as you, they're going to try to hold you back and say, dude, you think you are? No, you're trying to become better. You're trying to be better, do better for yourself, for your family, for the people around you. And they don't see the vision yet. I'm here to tell you, keep chasing that growth.
Yeah.
Keep bettering yourself.
I like it. And I want to add, guys, like, figure out what kind of life you want, like, very unapologetically.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to drive the Ferrari and you want to, like, blow money, you want to buy, like, nice clothes, you want to do this.
People like to travel.
Dinners.
Some people want to travel.
You want to do whatever. Like, you figure out what kind of life that it is you want, and then figure out how much money that's going to make, and then go make that money. No one's saying make $1 million. No one's saying make 100,000. Like, if you could live your perfect life at 60,000, do it. But if you don't think that's enough to support your life, go write more. Go make more.
Yeah.
Go chase it.
Let's go, guys.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast, got some insight. Again, share this with your friends, the homies. Go share it if you feel like this could really benefit them and help them out. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one.